you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to, like, get off the internet.
It's funny because I get what's going on with her, but, like, she should have just been like, hey, I'm not political.
It reminds me of whenever Emiru started going full Nazi, basically.
She didn't even say anything crazy. We have all this shit going on in the world, and you want to go after fucking Emiru.
You're smearing and defaming by calling someone a chud.
No, it tells me everything I need to know about the character of someone who talks about things this way.
I never see anything ever from these people. Ever. They're on stream watching reality TV shows. But you know what? Emiru has a slightly angry response to a question, and all of a sudden, it's like we're gonna pounce on her like a fucking dog.
You either have to tell us our opinion back to us, or we attack you as if you have the opposite one, which is bullshit. They're terrible people.
Me, Asmongold, I'm a great guy. I just support slavery. Like, what the? Emiru has given us her opinion on ice. We have all won.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we'll do this again, dude.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense that people like that, but you don't have to do that.
I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to, like, get off the internet. Like,
Ooh.
just stop. Like,
maybe. I feel like she should have just been like, hey, I'm not political. But okay, for sure. Why not?
like, hello? Like, I don't, like, what? Like, how am I?
Imagine I remove the song out of this and I'm dancing to nothing.
I don't know. Get help. Like, even, like...
It's funny because I get what's going on with her. Because here's the thing, right? Like, what she should have done is ignore the comment asking her, like, what's your position on ice? Obviously, I don't like ice. I'm not going to get to specifics here. You can go watch my other content if you care. But, like, she's probably getting hit with this question, like, 100 times over and over again. So she's probably so fucking irritated. So instead of being like, hey guys, I'm not like political, please don't talk about politics, or just ignoring it, which is what she should have done. She probably should have just never even responded to or acknowledged the comment. She's kind of like getting a little frustrated and having like a very minor crash out. You know, I mean, I've been there. You know, I've had, you know what I mean? I've had minor ones, I've had major ones. Fortunately for my minor crash outs, no one sees them because Trump takes them. But yeah, man, I mean, I get it. I get the frustration.
I don't know.
Was it a mod who asked? Is that true? Chat, is that true? I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. Like, obviously I don't, like, dislike any of the political streamers, except for, like, some of, like, the really bad ones I don't really
like. Nick Fuentes? Well, isn't Asmongold like a big Nick Fuentes fan?
like them.
If that's mod asked her, that's fucking funny. I guess that's why she felt like she needed to respond.
But it's like...
I'd unmod the fuck out of you, by the way. I would unmod you and ban you. I wouldn't do that.
I don't understand how in the first place people care so much what they say. I guess just because they just have a lot of reach or influence, but it's like...
Yeah, probably.
Why are you listening to them in the first place? I don't know.
Damn. Well, okay. I mean... Listen, I understand where she's coming from. You know, that's fine. Okay. Like, whatever. I also think it's okay if you don't want to interact with her anymore because she either likes or doesn't like ice, right? Like, if you're somebody who loves ice because you have, like, an intellectual disability, like, that's fine, too. But anyway, let's read her response. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind. Okay, interesting. I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There is a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, and so I'd like to explain for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. I don't know if she should have responded. She should have just said something kind of like a little ditzy. I would call it a little ditzy, and then just like not responded. You know what I mean? Like, it just moved on. When the clip starts, I was responding to a mod asking a question that included the word ice. I'm not someone who normally comments on or gives my opinions on serious world topics, so it doesn't really click to me that they were referring to the agency. You can see in the clip when I say thoughts on ice, there's an instant cut afterwards that makes it seem like I'm responding to the question, which I'm not. Okay, that's fine. To clarify, since this has gotten a lot of people speculating about my real thoughts, quote unquote, it should go without saying no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. She shouldn't have responded, because the problem here is that, like, okay, there's a difference between being completely politically disengaged versus not wanting to talk about politics online. Emiru is somebody who is completely politically disengaged. that's fine. You do you. Like, I think that that's perfectly fine. You know, it's okay if you don't like somebody who does that, but you're completely fine. The problem is like, if you're going to acknowledge these things now, you have people around you like Tectone and Asmongold who are like huge supporters of ICE, who have been justifying the deaths of people like Renee Good and Alex Preddy. They push ridiculously false narratives. Also, Asmongold and probably Tectone, since Tectone literally just tries to gargle the cum of Asmongold, are fans of like Nick Fuentes, a white supremacist, right? So now you're putting yourself into a position where you're having a stance on politics, and now there's going to be a higher expectation to be like, okay, if you understand like this is bad, then you need to disavow these people. You're not helping yourself. You should have just stayed fucking quiet and just taken a few licks on the internet. The people are never going to let this go. They're going to go after you like fucking rabid animals. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anybody who struggles with those things. And an agency like causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political. It's basic human empathy. Okay. I never made comments on the stream about ICE in the first place. That was a dishonest and intentionally maliciously clipped post. It's a very common thing that clip accounts do to streamers, and it's becoming more and more common. But it should go without saying, no one should have their life. They'll have to live in fear or suffer because of who they are or where they're from. This is something that's always been important to me. I just tend to try to focus my creative stuff around games and cosplay rather than try to take up room in an environment already polluted by misinformation and hatred. Okay, well, okay. Additionally, I thought I might as well bring this up now. It's a very traumatic and personal topic, so that is why I avoid talking about it. What is? ICE? I will never be friends with anybody who abuses anyone, assaults anyone, or consumes content that enables the abuse of children. Oh! Tectone. Who else is it? Right? The Tectone lost in court. It was found incredible enough that he raped and stalked his girlfriend, so he lost access to his guns. Okay. Gotcha. I've always been a creator who is friends or on good terms with basically everybody, streamers in Texas and LA and all different bubbles, and this has unfortunately included some bad actors. A lot of people have questioned how these bad actors found their way into my circle, but it is certainly not because I am okay with vile behavior. Not abuse, not sexual assault, nor pedophilia. I mean, Tectone was doing his best a lolicon defense run, so and Lakari too, yeah. These guys did their best to hide their predatory behavior, or their behavior, not only from me, but she didn't say predatory, excuse me, I said that wrong, but from everyone around us, as long as they possibly could. As serious allegations or evidence came out, I always immediately dropped them and vowed to never make contact with them again. Basically, everyone in Austin did the same. These incidents, multiple of them, of course, were something that the streamer community here talked about extensively and affected us a lot. I thought actions over words, never interfering with those people again and preventing them from being involved in a streamer community activities, a lot of which are in Austin, hosted by me. Whoa. Okay. Would send a clear message that this type of shit isn't welcomed. I suppose maybe that did not make how I felt clear. I mean, I think it's fine that she just decided not to publicly disavow them and just decided to distance herself from them. I don't think that she needs to make a spectacle of everything. I think it's okay sometimes to just not talk about somebody or something and just move on instead of actively burn a bridge. You know, the problem is she's not being inconsistent. She's generally not being inconsistent from what I've seen of her limited. It's not like she's somebody who has really strong takes on politics and then doesn't talk about Lucaria Tectone like Asmongold. She just doesn't she's consistent. She's been consistent. I think that this is a little bit of bad optics responding in this way. She probably just should have completely not responded at all, in my opinion. But this is consistent. I think it's fair. Well, hopefully this makes it more clear. Anybody who abuses people or children is not my friend and never will be again. Always has been that way and always will continue to be that way. I know this won't stop people from taking issue with the way I do things. I don't expect it to. I'm saying this because I know my community and friends are fatigued. That's pretty much it. Thank you for taking the time to read this. I will continue doing what I usually do. I just want to finally say something because the speculation and lies were getting out of control. It'll likely continue, but I hope putting my stance out there will help those who already feel unsupported and safe. There's one less person trying to send hatred their way. Okay, I mean, that's fair. I think the overall response was decent. Reading through the whole thing, I feel like she should have just not talked about it. I think that would have been the safer play, but whatever. Okay, it's a decent response.
It reminds me of whenever Amarath started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going full Nazi, basically.
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, because Emiru is wearing a cowboy hat, so that must be because she's a Nazi, because she wants to say apolitical. Okay.
she started wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you got to watch out.
Wow, so true, I guess.
They're about to start saying some really crazy shit.
She didn't even say anything crazy. She's just like, I don't really want to talk about politics. It's pretty much it. I don't think that she should have responded to people, but okay.
Or maybe nothing at all. She's like basically like, she's like a pick-me for like incel freaks. Like whenever like a bunch of like MAGA, alt-right incel freaks start being like, oh, you're one of the good girls. You know, like, oh, you're one of the good ones.
Why is this the hill that you want to die on? Right? Like your whole thing during the whole Ethan Klein saga was that like Ethan Klein's a Zionist or something, blah, blah, blah. I want to be like, right? Like you're trying to go after him for being the bad guy. And we have all this shit going on in the world and you want to go after fucking Emiru. What is that? It's just weird to me, man. Like shut the fuck up. I'm not even like a huge Emiru fan. You know, I'm basically a black guy. I like thick white women, and yet I can't agree with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Just shut the, like, why? Like, what is the, is this is the one. This is like, hey guys, we need to fight against this like oppressive Trump administration. What should we do? Should we call out anything like real going on? No, let's go after Emiru. She's wearing a hat and she said she wants to be apolitical. You can think that her being apolitical is like dumb. I do. I think it's like, okay, like it's fine. I don't think she's a bad person, but I'm like, okay, like, you know, give me a fucking break. But I'm not sitting here having a meltdown talking about how she's like a pick me girl because she wears a fucking Texas hat and whatever. You're being an idiot. This is not the hell to ban. You can look at somebody and be like, I'm not a huge fan of what they're saying and just not engage. You don't have to have an opinion. You don't have to have a strong opinion on things. You don't need to talk about it. And it's just interesting what you decide that you want to have an opinion on. You know, most of the time you're just spending your time watching like TV shows and doing like subathons and really providing almost no commentary, nothing stimulating. You're not building or growing yourself to have a productive conversation about bad things going on in the world. You're just sitting here and you're just being fucking jerking yourself off, making yourself feel like a good person because you're going after like an easy target. I think let's be real. Like Emiru's kind of ditzy. She's an easy target. She's not somebody who's really going to defend herself. Right? That's why Mizkiff did what he did. I'm not trying to put blame on her. I'm just saying. This is what you're doing. You're identifying an easy target and you're like, oh, I want to go after her because you don't want to get harassed by other communities. You know, like grow a pair of fucking balls and go like, go criticize Asmongold. And when you get criticized for it, look at the criticism and go like, okay, what could I have done better? And just do better next time. Like, what are you talking about? It's just fucking pathetic.
You're not like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars every. See, there's one right there. There's one right there.
Whoa.
Donating her like hundreds of dollars every day.
Whoa.
And they're just like, oh,
You jealous?
you're one of the good girls. You're not like those other annoying American girls.
28 years old and still pulling
Next she's going to fucking reference the Oxford study or something at this point.
the UWU. Small bean. I don't do politics. UWU like bitch. PLSICANT.
It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men.
I doubt that. I don't think her intention is to appeal to the worst type of man. I think that her intention is to kind of just exist in a streamer atmosphere. I think that that's pretty much what it is. And right now, like the Overton window has shifted in a way where, like, I guess conservatives are more acceptable, but I don't think that she's trying to pander to certain people. I think she's trying to remain apolitical. Because,
like, really misogynistic, shitty incel-like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinions.
I guess that's true, but I don't think that that's what she's doing.
You know.
Also, why wouldn't you? Isn't this like isn't this where the conversation about like online streamer feminism shit would come up, right? Like, why? I've never seen fucking Casey trying here have a conversation about how like, hey, listen, in a lot of instances, and that's changing now. But if you want to be a successful female streamer, you have to appeal to men in some way, shape, or form. So even if you're gonna say all this shit, like whatever, criticize Emiru, isn't this part of like the unfortunately part of the game? Like the most successful girls are ones that'll like sexualize themselves and do this and do that. Unfortunately, because they have to appeal to a male audience because women don't really watch Twitch. So like, let's talk about that conversation. Like maybe she does feel like she needs to allow certain, behaviors. I've never seen it though, but like, wouldn't that just be because she's a girl online trying to be successful? And unfortunately, there's some shit that you have to do. You're held to a different standard. I don't know. We're getting so in-depth into like such a stupid fucking topic at this point. Like, what the fuck is happening?
They're like, oh yeah, somebody that I can mold to have all of the same fucking right-wing MAGA opinions that I have. And then I think that she also...
What?
I think that she also plays into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women
Dude, I told you, she's kind of Oxford studying right now. You know the study that says like white men like Asian women.
As being more docile than American women or like white women, and
Well, she is an American. Little racist slip there. We're getting a little racist here. I feel like we're getting a little racist here, saying that because she is Asian, that's why she's docile, instead of just saying, or I guess docile, instead of just saying that maybe she's more docile just because that's who she is. We're getting a little racist here. It's getting interesting.
shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst fucking men.
Oh yeah, we are the worst men. Oh yeah.
And like, I don't know why some of these other girl streamers even like associate with her.
Dude, you're so toxic and dumb.
It's like
you're not even making any like particularly good points. You just seem like you're kind of like angry.
You're just bringing over like her weird fucking incel viewers into your, you know what I mean? And then in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever.
I guess she's entertaining to somebody. She's very popular, no?
She's like,
doesn't she play video games?
Like, I would literally.
Doesn't Emiru play video games? You sit down all day watching television shows without any meaningful commentary. the difference is fucking profound.
You'd rather watch paint dry.
Wow.
Like,
so just do that.
Her only pull is really just like being like the.
I guess she would know she profited off of incels a long time ago, right? Yeah.
E-girl to a bunch of fucking weird basement dwelling incels.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry. And like I said, this is just my
apology not accepted.
My opinion.
Okay.
But yeah, she sucks.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be really mean about somebody, but this is just like my opinion, bro.
And I mean, like,
I think like these are the instances where I can kind of understand why, like, if you're in the online political drama slop sphere, why if you like, you'll start to gravitate in some instances more towards the right. You know, because like this is like just so unnecessary. And I do think that conservatives generally have to be a little bit nicer to people in the middle more. I mean, well, not that they have to. I mean, that's been kind of the strategy for a long time. Conservatives didn't have the culture, so they were more willing to be like, oh, we'll take you. And that got them a resounding win. The culture shifted, and now we're still engaging in the behavior that's like, oh, fuck anybody that's like that's right of left. You know, I mean, give me a break. It's the same Hassan Parker bullshit where he's giving me shit because I spend too much time attacking communism. I'm not a communist. I'm not a leftist. I don't spend any time really speaking out against communism. I spend a lot more time speaking out against like more right-leaning shit. But because I'm not a communist, that all of a sudden we're going to reframe the narrative. This is what these people do. The only offer on the left of political slop, is Casey Tron and like there's like Casey Tron and Hassan and people like that. Of course you're not going to gravitate towards the fucking left in this space.
I don't know. I think that this was a long time coming. I think the other thing that was just like, okay, is how she didn't say anything whenever it came to Tectone and Pinky Chew, you know?
No, I think it's okay to not always, like, again, she's consistent. Emiru is consistent. She consistently doesn't have takes on a lot of certain things. It's not like this. It's not like an Asmongold where she always talks about stuff, but then this time she's going to stay out of it for the lawsuit or whatever bullshit excuse. She's consistently stays like out of that area. She stays in her lane. So this isn't really resonating with anybody.
She didn't say anything like in support of Pinky Chew or like, you know, like, yeah, like I don't associate with, like, it's just weird. It's just,
so weird
and very, I don't know.
Okay.
We've been known. We've been new.
Right. Then why is this the way that you want to be represented on the internet every single time? You are a borderline successful streamer right now. I don't think I see anything from Casey Tron that screams to me longevity. You watch people's TV shows, and you don't give any meaningful commentary, and then you kind of like overly like virtue signal. It's not like Casey Tron has like a series of different interesting takes about life or whatever, and then like she happens to have one that I disagree with. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna be toxic, and then I'm gonna get fucking owned, and I'm gonna get sued, or I'm gonna get a lot of pressure, and I'm gonna play the victim. Right? I'm gonna go on a stream and cry. I'm gonna say something shitty about Asmongold's mom, and then I'm gonna fucking pretend that I'm the victim. Like, what are you doing? There's like, that's all of her takes. It's like she knows when she wants to be outrageous, and then what happens? She gets fucking humbled every like 3 weeks, and then she quits for 3 months, and then she comes back and she does some dumbass shit for 3 weeks, and then she quits and she gets humbled, and she just she's crying. What are you doing? This is stupid.
We've been new on this stream. we've been knew that this girl is weird.
Wow, weird. I love weird. Oh, you're weird. What does that mean? People use weird in like place of everything all the time. It's like it's so indirect, so obnoxious. All right, guys. Internet versus Emiru. I actually did some commentary, so like this is probably just going to be in like the middle of the video. You saw my commentary on like the specific situation, but I'm curious about all the other stuff that we missed because there's like a lot of people weighing in. So why don't we weigh in and tip the scales because I'm obese.
Streamer Emiru got into controversy after a clip went viral to her responding to one of the mods in her chat asking her about her thoughts on
Damn, what an asshole mod. Can we just say? What are you doing putting your streamer in that position, boy?
on ice. In the clip, Emiru says that if people look to streamers for their political opinions, that they should probably just get off the internet. Along with
a little base.
that, she doesn't understand why political streamers even get
I had said this before, but like, yeah, I mean, she probably shouldn't have responded so frustrated. But again, like as a streamer, I get it. People are fucking annoying, so sometimes you get like more worked up than you should. You know what I mean? So
audiences in the first place, or why people listen to what they have to say. In response, many online went after Emiru, such as Denims, CaseyTron, and more, saying
whoa, who would have thought Denims and CaseyTron would have went after would have went after somebody? What a virtue signal to somebody like that.
that this is cowardice and she should just say how she really feels. Simultaneously, she also got into trouble
Maybe that's how she really feels. She's pretty consistent. I think that she's just kind of like ditzy, I guess you'd say.
for being friends with Lakari, Tectone, and Asmongold after, of course, Tectone and Lakari's recent dramas. Emiru ended up responding to the whole situation online, but some still were not satisfied with her explanations. Welcome
I think that was the best that you're going to get, and I think that's the most that she should do. She never should have responded, in my opinion.
to the internet versus Emiru. It starts when he tweets out this clip with the caption, Emiru on ice.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to like say their opinions on like important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need it,
Dude, what the fuck? How did you edit the song out, bro? You got to use like they have like AI. They have like AI tools to remove the song. Maybe he used the YouTube feature. I don't know. That's crazy though.
streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics,
So
you
true,
probably
Queen.
just need
So
to like
true.
get off the internet. Like, just stop. Like
You
hello?
got me
Like,
feeling so free.
I don't like what like.
I don't think it was because her response on X was too long. It wasn't even that bad. It was just that like she gave people more ammunition, in my opinion. But
How am I gonna? I don't know. Obviously, I don't like dislike any of the political streamers except for like someone like
this food just looks like a penis and a big fat chode, you know? Well, the chode and balls, I guess. That's what I should have said. Penis and a chode is fucking ridiculous.
the really bad ones. I don't really like them. But it's like, I don't understand how in the first place people care so much what they say. I guess it's because they just have a lot of reach or influence, but it's like, why are you listening to them in the first place?
And Intolerance replies, if you need an e-girl to reaffirm your opinion about a controversial topic, then maybe that topic is just not for you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, dude, like, I think it is okay. I will say, and I know I said this, you know, but I think it is okay to look at a person, some kind of a content creator, and maybe think a little bit less of them if they don't like have politics that you like. I think that that's okay. I just also think it's okay to not like explicitly weigh in on every fucking political topic out there, and I don't think that she has to do that.
And Golden Cows replies, they're not wanting the e-girl to affirm their position. They want to know whether the e-girl has a spine or not. And It Is Him replies, it shouldn't matter. She's not doing Hassan's type of content. She has nothing to do with politics.
Yeah, that's true, and she's consistent about that. It's not like she's somebody who does politics and is staying out of this one, you know?
You wanting to know her political stance makes it your own beliefs irrelevant because you need to confirm someone else shares the same views to be able to relate to them and like them more. Nicholas Durio quote tweets
Nicholas Diorio.
by saying, I actually think you would need to be lobotomized to disagree with Emiru here.
Ooh, Mr. Diorio, dude.
And Kurapika Simp replies, people aren't asking so they can get their opinions from
Rapika? Which one is that?
her. They're asking to know where she stands as to not support the kind of person who hangs out with and shares opinions with Rape Tone. And Nick
Whoa.
replies, your parents
Guys, you have to stop calling Tectone Rape Tone. He's a vibe rapist, okay? Admittedly. He admitted that. Okay? He's not a rapist. He just rapes the vibes. That's why he lost his guns.
parasocial and weird. And Old Man Steve replies, it's not parasocial to want to know that the person you're financially supporting, whether through direct donations / subscriptions or viewership, holds views you find abhorrent.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to want to know these things. That's the thing is, I think it's fair to want to know these things. I think that her response was generally, the general energy was, well, the response was generally fair. It was a little frustrated. That probably should have been better, but like, you know, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair all around. You don't have to support somebody who doesn't have your politics.
Sam,
I know Kurapika is from Hunter x Hunter, but is that the fucking pedophile? Was that the pedophile? Or is that? Oh, it's a white hair kid. Okay. That kid's he's alright. He's pretty cool.
Bone replies to Nick's quote tweet of the clip by saying, "You don't think it's a little off? Her best friend is Asmongold. I agree with you, but it's kind of a little tiny bit weird. Just a little off. Eyebrow raising to a certain extent."
Maybe.
And Nick replies, "No, I don't care." Throwaway 233 also tweets out the clip with the caption, "Emiru is asked her thoughts on ice." And Repsion replies, "I don't even think it's really about politics, but just human decency to know that innocent people shouldn't be murdered."
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Zixagantar replies to the clip by saying, "Tell me your political stance so I know if I can agree with you publicly or if I should call for your death."
Well, I don't think call for your death, but again, I think it's okay to not support somebody who supports bad stuff, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's a streamer. It's not like your fucking family. Like my family, a lot of them are MAGA. I still love them. I just think they're dumb and I make fun of them for it all the time.
RS Gonads replies to the clip by saying, "Lol, a total lose-lose-lose. Support ICE, get slammed. Disavow ICE, get slammed. Dodge question, get slammed."
No, there was a win here. Just to be clear, Emiru could have just not read the comment. She could have just not read the comment. Or she could have been like, "Listen, man, I'm not very political." She got a little angry. And again, I get it. I totally understand it, but there was like optically a better way to handle it. But like, again, you know, as a streamer, I get it. You're live. Somebody asks you something for the 7,000th time. You know, because wasn't the first time she was asked that question. And then it's just like, all right, man, fuck. Like, that's kind of the tone.
Might as well just ignore the question. Substance replies to the clip by saying, "Dodgeroo running from having to take a stance on anything controversial." And Enter Meme here replies, "Wouldn't you say it's weird people force anyone to say anything they don't want to?"
Nobody forced her to say anything.
Vito replies with this picture of Emiru and...
That is a tough picture, though. I will say, it is a little tough because she's not your typical, like, ditzy girl. She's like the ditzy girl that was friends with some of the worst pieces of shit. What do we got? The CSAM guy on the left, Lakari. We have the Vibe Rapist Tectone. We have, you know, Ditzy Emiru. And then we unironically have the Slave Master Asmongold. Like, what are we... Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? This is the biggest problem. You know, Emiru didn't just have some, like, regular-ass friends and then get asked about, you know, her support on ICE. She has some of the worst friends imaginable. And I hate to be a fucking asshole, but like it makes sense that she was friends with these pieces of shit. And I really hope this doesn't come off as rude, but like she unfortunately was somebody that was like susceptible to be abused by Mizkif, and that's not her fault. But like clearly she's the way I would interpret it is she's too good of a natured person to like notice the warning signs of like horrific dog shit, disgusting pieces of shit people. Oop, fuck. And that's unfortunate, but everything's consistent. Like Emiru is a consistent person. Like she doesn't. I don't interpret any malicious nature, at all from her. She's consistent. I can appreciate that, you know. But yeah.
And Asmongold, Tectone, and Lakari in the caption, "She probably didn't want to make her apolitical friends mad." QOR Galaxy quotes the clip by saying, "If you are above the age of 21 and are not political, I'm going to assume you are a dumbass." Purple quotes the post by saying, "Unironically, the smartest thing a streamer can say, but you all are bitching because she didn't, word for word, say exactly what you wanted to hear. Actual freaks on this platform." Ness quotes throwaway by saying, "Pretending to not know or care about politics so you don't lose your racist followers is the most lame coward shit ever."
It's just so weird because like, why do you guys keep saying that she was pretending? I don't understand that part. That's the only part I don't get. Like, why is it? It's so interesting that people's first thought is like, oh, they're being dishonest. I don't think Emiru's being dishonest. She's been like a super consistent person. She's not a political person. You know, she's not political. So like, oh, you're being dishonest. Why do you think that she's being dishonest? I genuinely don't think that she knows fuck about anything. I think maybe the most dishonest thing was to have all of a sudden an opinion on ICE that seemed like it would have been strong. Like the way that she responded, because we read the response, when it's very clear that she doesn't really have a particularly strong opinion on it. Like maybe that is, but like overall, I think that like what is she being dishonest about? You know, I don't get it.
Pulling the neutral act as a streamer is so damn funny to me. You're not even a C-list celebrity, you just sit and talk on Twitch all day. If I were to walk up to a stranger and ask them who Emiru is, they're gonna say, "What the fuck are you talking about? Get away from me." And Frost replies, "This is the most determinedly online Twitter shit ever. You need to state your political beliefs or I'm just gonna label you as the worst of the options." And Ness replies, "Nobody said anyone needs to state their political beliefs, but going out of your way to dodge a simple question and start ranting about how you don't know anything about politics, it definitely tells a story about what kind of person you are." And J Darrow replies, "Says the person acting unhinged because she doesn't want to talk about it. You are putting out some rapey vibes, dude." And Ness replies, "Oh my god, bruh." And anyway, Nice Cool replies, "So you're not even going to say you're not rapey. That means you're just desperately trying to keep your rapey followers. It's so easy to just say fuck rapists. He just can't manage to utter the word."
How did we get to this rape point? I'm so confused. I don't even know how we got to rape here.
Denim's quote tweets throwaway tweet with this picture of Emiru and the caption racist chud. And she says, never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence sitting the modern Gestapo. And
this is so weird, dude. I swear, like, these people do not actually care about what's going on. Like, I don't think that Denims will ever beat the allegations that she is a completely fucking self-centered piece of shit that doesn't really care. Every single time you see people like Denims and like, you know, Casey Tron and other people like that, every single time you see them talking about politics, it is through, like, it's always through some kind of an easy target or somebody that they feel is an easy target. Like, they only talk about it when it's an easy target and they feel like they can farm views off of somebody. They don't really like sit here and like try to have any conversations. They're not like, that's it. They're known for harassing people. They're not known for like having takes, like interesting, intelligent takes, and then sometimes talking about people. They're so incredibly and completely inauthentic. Like, I never see anything ever from these people. Ever. They're on stream watching reality TV shows with no commentary. But you know what? Emiru has a like slightly angry response to a question that I don't even think that she needed to answer. And all of a sudden, it's like we're gonna fucking pounce on her like we're dogs. It's so pathetic. You know, you guys are not. You're not even trying to be a moral authority. These people don't do anything meaningful. All these people, they bitch about like all the bad shit that's going on. And they're streamers, and they can just watch other people's videos and give commentary on it and disagree with it, and they can't do it. They refuse to fucking do it. I'm not even kidding. Like, why the fuck? Like, you don't see fucking what's her face? You don't see Denims like loading up an Asmongold video to go and disagree with all of his talking points. No, she just sits and fucking shits herself on stream all goddamn day, and then like cries on Twitter for attention when she wants people to like subscribe to her fucking like content or whatever. It's just stupid. It makes no fucking sense. Like, grow up. Do more than just harass easy targets. Because then if they did like criticize people like Asmongold, they're gonna be like, "This audience is so mean to me." Like, grow up. It's fucking words, dude. Holy shit.
Era Remix replies,
like, that's why Asmongold is so popular, because his opponents are fucking morons, dude. It's insane.
She doesn't agree with my politics, so she's a Nazi. Think before you sleep replies to Denims by saying, I guess Denims feels personally attacked by this. LEQ Voss replies to Denims by saying, if I looked around and seen 95% of people in the entire internet question my takes and friend group, I would take a step back and reevaluate my life. At least people can hopefully learn from this. Then Bloom tweets out this clip with the caption, Denims doubles down on calling Emiru a racist chud for not speaking out against ICE.
When did people on the right get so soy?
You're smearing and defaming by calling someone a chud.
No, it tells me everything I need to know about the character of someone who talks about things this way.
Okay. Why would anybody care about what you have to say? I don't understand. Again, I know that like conservatives would just be like, oh, she's like an OnlyFans whore or whatever. But like, she never talks about anything unless it's like some fucking easy grab, dude. It's like, oh my God. These people are terrified. People like Denims are like just as terrified as people like Emiru. That's why they don't have like React channels where they post their content on and like try to meaningfully create a career off of like opposing people's viewpoints. They just like watch shitty TV shows on stream, and then like they're like afraid to post their stuff and get their opinion out there. Like, they're terrified of that. They're terrified of having like permanence of their perspectives online. And then they just like cry, and they know that like the Twitter cycle is short, so when they say something that's like stupid, it's gonna go away soon, and they're gonna get a big boost of subscribers to whatever bullshit fucking like porn content that they have. It's like, dude, you're not doing anything productive. Like, I wonder if you know that. I wonder if she knows that she's unproductive, or like what. I truly wonder that. I have like, that's like my real question. Like, I wonder if she knows that she's fucking worthless. Jesus Christ.
I don't know why this. I mean, it's intentional ignorance, but that's okay. It tells me everything I need to know about this person. If you are fine with commenting on things you don't know about when it benefits you, when you know your audience will like you talking about it.
That's what you do.
That's one thing. But then for you to use an opportunity or ignore an opportunity where you could talk about something, maybe your audience doesn't like it, maybe you could educate them on it a little bit. But
how would she educate them on it if she's not interested in it?
You choose not to. You're just siding with whatever your chud or chudette audience wants to hear.
Okay.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say fuck ICE. It's not that hard of a concept.
Wow, thanks for letting me know.
You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella.
Whoa.
Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying fuck ICE.
Cutie Cinderella really needs to distance herself from these fucking freaks. These people are such losers. Holy fuck. Oh my god.
What about Cinna? These are you don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say fuck ICE. And I don't know if you know this. If you're an adult in this country, you should be the minimal amount invested in politics. Because you live here. There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, "Oh, I don't care about politics." What?
I mean, I can kind of agree with that take. I just don't care when it comes from you because I don't respect you. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay. Like, yeah, I think that again, Emiru's consistent. She's like consistently kind of ditzy. So I get it. Like, I'm not really shitting my pants over it. But like, again, I don't respect Denim, so the message is not going to matter coming from her. And I don't think it's going to be made in good faith. So I can't trust her energy either. That's another thing too. You know, like that's one of the things where it's like, oh, you know, well, at least their message is correct. Yeah, but is their energy correct? If you can't respect somebody because they're like a lying piece of fucking, like an opportunistic piece of shit, like how do you know their energy is correct? How do you know that the energy that she has is appropriate or correct or proportionate to, you know, her based on the energy that she gives out and, you know, 100 other different, you know, variables and factors. You can't trust this person. You can't trust somebody like that.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country.
Well, what about like why not like 17? What?
You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not going to pay for it.
Okay.
You can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this politics stuff. This is by far like I think, dumbest American quality. Saying I'm not into politics.
Okay.
And Dr. Reed says, in other words, you don't have to know what the fuck is going on as long as you say fuck ICE. This is the left. And Thomas replies, you see people
Thomas
being shot and come to this conclusion. How did you even graduate high school? And Doctor replies, I see agitators trying to murder law officials get what they asked for. Brittany.
Well, that's not true. That's a little silly, but it was very silly.
Venti quote tweets Bloom's post.
Damn, Bloom. This Bloom person looks like they're blowing up. What the fuck?
About Denims with the caption, say the cult initiation words. And Sarah Tran replies,
I love her streams that people aren't wrong when they say she didn't say ICE because of her audience. I mean, maybe she might have a more right-leaning audience. I mean, I wouldn't doubt a bunch of video game fucking like morons nerds. It's possible.
She's pissed because that other girl is way hotter.
But that's the thing is I don't think that they're just saying that. They're not just like, oh, you know, maybe she's staying away from it because she doesn't want to like lose her audience. So that's a fine criticism. They're fucking going in on her like unrealistically.
And probably has to do way less. Tale as old as time. Madam Savvy quote sheets the clip of Denims with the caption, this is the most inorganic hate campaign I have seen yet from worthless individuals who sell images of their ass to pay for lawsuits they brought upon themselves.
Whoa, we called it. They were gonna bring that up.
Going after people who don't want to talk about politics, knowing they will be too nice to bite back is pretty cowardly. Much like when I boot into a game, I don't need streamers to validate my worldview in any capacity because I'm not a pathetic little leech who thrives on consensus in a world that is actively rejecting them. This is low IQ, animalistic.
Well, the world is rejecting consensus, I'll tell you that.
behavior. Just like all the white loser liberals in Minnesota setting up ICE checkpoints so they can harass black and brown people to check if they're one of the good ones. Guilt by association is their next tactic, and it's just embarrassing. The fantastic Nami quotes the clip by saying, y'all know fuck ICE and fuck Trump, but all I see in this video is performative hatred because you want her spot. Y'all want to take this lady down so bad.
Maybe. Well, you know, that does get into an interesting conversation there, if you kind of think about it. This idea that like all these people that are criticizing her, Emiru, put zero like effort into their content to try to be successful, right? Like what does Denims do all day for her content? She watches other people's content and she doesn't have like a meaningful react channel where she like puts that up there to try to get her perspective out there. She doesn't hire anybody to try to get clips out there. She just like fucking rage baits on Twitter every once in a while, and then she gets upset when she gets pushback, and then she stops doing that for a little bit, and then she goes back to it. And there's like nobody really respects her for her takes. It's not like she's somebody where people are like, oh, you know what, I really respect this person's takes. They've been really trying to build a brand. Like the first fucking half of her stream is usually just like watching some other political content creator's content while she like takes a shit, and then she eventually gets on and then gives some like dry ass shit that can't even like isn't even reactive enough to be going on YouTube. So, you know, at least Emiru built the platform. Build the platform. Talk about this shit yourself. Put some fucking effort into your shit.
That y'all even using the current political chaos to further y'all's narrative. Y'all can't just throw the R card because you know it's maybe effective for your narrative when there are actual racist people around. Leave her alone. Even Nicki Minaj speaks love to LGBT people, and look at her now. Lol. Let people speak by choice, not by...
What? Nicki Minaj? Who the fuck are we talking about? Isn't that fucking crazy bitch? Oh, I think, yeah, no. Nicki Minaj is a fucking bitch. What are you talking about? She hates LGBTQ people.
Force. Bloom then also tweets out this clip with the caption, Asmund Golda defends Emiru for not condemning ICE and says that she is not involved in politics.
It's like, I mean, yeah, a lot of people are getting mad at me for not wanting to comment on politics. I'll talk about that later on. I want to talk about it right now. But yeah, I did see that. It's just stupid. It's of course, right, the usual suspects, right? The same usual hostile, aggressive bullies on the internet. It's like you're either with us or you're against us. You know,
It's a little ironic considering Asmongold is kind of one of those hostile bullies, huh?
you either have to tell us our opinion back to us, or we attack you as if you have the opposite one, which is bullshit. They're assholes. They're terrible people. And I don't know why.
Me? Asmongold? I'm a great guy. I just support slavery. Like, what the fuck? It's kind of ironic that you're saying that people are terrible.
Anybody really, I don't see how people that do that can think that they're in the right at all. I don't.
So true.
But
Yeah,
it's
so
very
true.
it's very frustrating for me to see something like that, especially whenever it's someone who's not even involved. Like it's basically like these are the people that say that, well, nothing is politics if it's my opinion, but anything that you agree with isn't politics.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking. What is that? What is that from? I've never heard. I don't even know what he's talking about there.
Find that to be very problematic. I don't like it at all.
What?
And she's not a political streamer. No, she's not even involved in that at all. Like she has nothing to do with that.
Why
And
is the audio so bad?
you've got to keep in mind the reason why a lot of people don't talk about politics is it's because they don't want to seem uneducated or like
Well, I guess you don't have that problem, huh?
get their opinion out there. Like, I mean, Emmy's a big streamer, right? Why do you want to use your platform to talk about something that you're not informed about? And so really, I mean, if somebody doesn't feel comfortable talking
I wonder if Emiru did come forward and say like some pretty strong opinions on ICE when she was asked that question. I wonder if Asmongold would have felt the need to disavow what she had to say. Probably. I mean, this guy is like on a fucking rampage. Like he thinks it's totally fine that people are getting killed. He doesn't really give a fuck.
about something, then anybody who's trying to bully them into talking about it really doesn't actually want them to talk about it. What they want is for that person to agree with them and then repeat their opinion. They want to effectively co-opt other people's platforms, bully them into agreeing with them or saying the same thing that they do. And if you don't let them co-opt and take over your platform and tell you what to say, then they just make up lies about you and try to destroy your reputation. The thing is that there are people that don't want to play the game. There are
Like, where does it? Did that come from you? Do you support slavery? I was just like a little confused. Like, where is this coming from? Like, do you have a personal experience with that? You don't respectfully disagree with other people. Like, you have very outlandish, extreme takes, and I know that part of what he'll say is like, oh, well, it's for attention, so I can maintain whatever, you know, I don't know, prestige I have as a streamer or attention, you know, an audience captured. That's what he would say. Well, he wouldn't say that, but that's what he is. But like that didn't ever happen to you. Like, I don't, you know, that never happened to you.
people that don't want to be involved.
Maybe I'm just overthinking it though. Who knows?
And whenever you say, I don't want to be involved, it doesn't mean that you
Get the
don't
fuck outta
care.
here.
It means that you want to take a step back and let somebody who understands it better explain it for you. Because, like, I mean, there's already a million people, for example, talking about every political issue. Like, what unique insight is, like, a live streamer going to have, right? I mean, especially, like, I mean, yeah, maybe if it's somebody that covers this stuff regularly, but, like, if you play video games for a living,
Oh, maybe the sound was like removed for yeah, okay, I got it.
it's not like you're going to have some kind of unique insight on, you know, like expanding the scope of human knowledge about or ethics or morality about, you know, X or Y political issue.
And then Loveful quote tweets Bloom's clip with this clip in the caption: Asmongold enjoys it when small streamers are harassed for not supporting ICE, but condemns it when his friend Emiru. Hypocrisy.
Well, people get mad and they talk shit about this, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that more people are starting to speak up against it. And I'm glad that, I'm going to be honest, I'm glad that more creators are getting hate on social media for not supporting ICE and for making virtue statements against ICE. I think that content creators need to deserve, I think they deserve, and I think they need a lot more hate, and they need a lot
Sorry, I gotta rewatch this clip. Am I fucking my brain numb?
about this.
Not supporting ICE, but condemns it when his friend Emiru. Hypocrisy.
Well, people get mad and they talk shit about this, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that more people are starting to speak up against it. And I'm glad that, I'm going to be honest, I'm glad that more creators are getting hate on social media for not supporting ICE and for
That's so funny. Wait, so when it comes to Emiru getting harassed for not supporting ICE or not having a strong take, he's like, oh, she shouldn't have to say anything, blah, blah, blah. But now in this instance, he's upset. Or he wants people that don't support ICE to get shit. I'm okay. Interesting. All right, whatever.
making virtue statements against ICE. I think that content creators need to deserve, I think they deserve, and I think they need a lot more hate, and they need a lot more pushback for being able to virtue signal about how bad ICE is.
Well, what if they are just actually bad, and you're somebody that grew up on welfare, never worked a real job, and have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, and have no grounding in the real world? It's like, hey, what if ICE is bad? Hey, what if we shouldn't be killing Americans in the streets that are not, a threat to ICE? What if we just didn't do that? No, you gotta support ICE. Dude, can I just tell you one thing? And as people like Asmongold, this is the most interesting thing that I think I've ever learned in my entire life when it comes to these people supporting of ICE. Conservative men are incredibly fucking submissive to male authority figures. These guys want to dress up like fucking cat girls, and they want to be ass fucked by authoritative men who are unqualified for any other job, and that is called ICE, especially the ones that tried to get that sign-on bonus. These people are fucking freaks, and they are gay. I don't care. That is what it is. That is insane. These people want to be dominated and ruled by men. It's fucking gay. I don't get it. I think it's pathetic. They sit here and talk about how feminized society is becoming because there are fucking guys who wear dresses, and they fantasize about getting fucking plugged up their goddamn ass by men. It's weird. It's weird. They love it. They love to lick the boot. They love ICE so much. American citizens getting killed, completely avoidable. If the ICE officers acted their training level, they don't give a fuck. They love the authority. They get horny. They get horny for this kind of stuff. And they get horny for violence too. It turns them on. And it's because they're on Twitter all day and all they see is porn and then violence. And so they associate these two things. It makes them horny. Violence makes them horny. They love it when authoritative white men dominate them. That's what they want. They will never speak against it. They love it.
I do. I'm really glad to see more people speaking up against it and, taking a stand for these weirdos, right? Especially
I'm not
streamers.
afraid.
I want to see it happen a lot more.
To take a poop.
Replies, Asmongold believes virtue signaling fuckwits deserve more hate. Emiru is getting hate quite literally for refusing a virtue signal or take a position publicly one way or the other. The only thing you're demonstrating is that Asmongold is extremely consistent, you colossal retard.
Whoa!
Bloom then also tweets out this clip with the caption, Asmongold leaks that Emiru was the one who canceled the Steak and Eggs podcast due to the political path that him and Tectone were taking.
But I will leak this. The reason why that podcast ended is because of Emiru. She didn't want to do it anymore.
True, Caleb Hammer gets horny prized. That might be true, dude. I don't know.
Because she didn't want to be involved in the controversy and the stuff that me and Tectone were getting into. And it's not even that like she hated us or anything else. She just didn't want to be involved.
Wow.
Not everybody wants to fixate and build their entire life around politics.
That's so fair. I will say, though, I think it's something to bring up. Asmongold's not just like hey, I'm a conservative guy. I like the boot. Asmongold's the guy that said that we should arrest people for like $2 and then enslave them and make them do labor that would take away jobs from middle-class Americans. But I guess we'll ignore that. This is a guy that like praises Nick Fuentes. He thinks he's funny. He wants to talk to him. We're not just talking about somebody who's kind of conservative. This isn't like your mom that's a little bit of a silly goose. This is somebody who's like a truly morally reprehensible piece of shit that has always been a leech on the system. I mean, he used to be on welfare, never worked a meaningful job, let his teeth rot out of his head, but now he's a big political streamer. Why? Hard work? No, he just got lucky when he was streaming and puts no effort into his content other than rage baiting for Twitter clicks. So I will say, Emiru's fine. I don't hate her but Asmongold's not the same as like a conservative. Her three friends that she associated with before ending the podcast. I mean, one of them is his own words, a vibe rapist because he lost his guns for raping his ex-partner. The other one was like caught looking at CSAM on his computer, Lakari, and then Asmongold is a truly inhumane piece of shit that is okay with both of those behaviors, obviously, because he refuses to talk about them with some bullshit excuse about some fucking lawsuit going on, and again, justifies slavery. So we're not and I feel bad for Emiru because again, I don't think she didn't know that going into it, but like your friends they're not just like kind of bad. Your friends are legitimately worthless fucking leeches on society. They are parasites. They're disgusting. So I don't know, man.
And then Denham's response with this clip tweeted out by Bloom in the caption. Denham's response to Asmongold and says he's offended on Emiru's behalf because he's taking the moral high ground.
The problem is, this is, I think, the worst performance I've seen from Asmongold yet, and this is how I know that he's actually very offended on behalf of Emiru. Normally, by now, he's cracked a couple jokes. He's laughed a little bit. He's done some character smears by now, but he's actually...
You and I joke?
...so invested that for the first time, and I don't even know how long, he's actually mad about it. So I can only imagine, what I would give to be a fly on the wall, a roach on the wall for that conversation. Oh, I wish I could have been there. Damn it. But anyways, he is genuinely so mad. He is genuinely so mad right now. Because again, normally, at this point, he would have made a bunch of jokes. He would have smeared...
Thanks for the commentary, Denham's. Holy fuck.
...my character. He would have smeared it by saying who even cares what this person... Everybody knows that Denham's shouldn't be streaming, but he's actually really mad. So he's doing something he never does this, taking the moral high ground.
The fuck, dude? She's so boring. What the holy fuck? Like, dude, you know what? This is like one of the worst things ever. It's like these people that are like they're debate freaks. Like, what the fuck was that explanation? Well, actually, did you know that Asmongold? This is how we would. Shut the fuck up. Like, have a real take instead of this weird debate perversion. Nobody. What are you talking about? Well, actually, Asmongold, like, dude, the debate perverts, we need to get rid of these people. They are actually low IQ fucking idiots. They have like 3 responses to everybody's shit. They try to like corner people into these weird fucking debate responses. They're so boring. Like, there's 1,000 other things to talk about Asmongold when it comes to like how much of a bad person he is. And yet, what did we get here? Whatever the fuck that was, like rambling. We get rambling.
And saying, this is just about basic dignity. And we should be nice to each other. And just because somebody doesn't want to speak on something, they shouldn't have to speak on it.
And the funny thing about this is that this is friendly fire.
What's up, Willie Mac?
Listen.
Whoa.
Emmy has a lot of libtarded opinions. She does.
Whoa, really? What the fuck is happening?
Like, it's pretty fucking obvious.
It's pretty obvious.
But just because she doesn't want to talk about it on stream, they treat her as if she's a fucking Nazi.
Wow.
You know, actually, she's a great person on the inside. She just never shares it or does anything. It's giving,
Who's it giving, Denims?
What's the meme? It's like reading Mein Kampf on the train and shaking my head the entire time so everybody knows I'm against it.
Well, but that's not really comparable, right? Because she's not explicitly speaking out against it, right? So I don't understand.
Okay. What do you want me to do with that information? She actually has a lot of leftist opinions, but she doesn't share them. Isn't that worse? That she chooses to be silent on issues that she has the right opinion on?
I wish you were. I wish that you were.
So that she can make money?
This is fucking crazy.
But the one thing that I don't think either groups of these people have the right to is to take streamers and people that don't want to be involved in this and then lie, bully, and malign them into having a viewpoint and then attack them whenever they take a step in the wrong direction.
So here's the thing. People would have defended her right to say, I don't know enough, so I don't want to speak on this issue. But that's not what she said. And it
I feel like that was kind of one of the things that she said, no?
doesn't matter how much you cope and seethe about it. It doesn't change what she said. And what she
I feel like that was kind of one of the things that she said. Am I fucking crazy?
said was, I don't even know why you guys care. I'm not going to take a stance on it. I'm not going to tell you guys what my stance is on it. You guys need to go outside. So she insulted her audience, insulted anyone.
Sure, she got a little irritated with her audience. But again, I mean, like, you should understand what it's like to be a streamer and people like harass you, you know, when it comes to them wanting a particular opinion on a particular topic. You know, like, I get it. People get like annoyed and frustrated. Like, do I think that she could have acted better? Sure, but like, I get it. Like, I totally fucking understand it, bro. It is what it is. And especially since Emiru doesn't do like controversial stuff, so like she's probably not used to not caring about her audience, you know, being fucking annoying and just ignoring it. You know, so like light criticism, I guess, on that. Sure, whatever.
Anyone who was watching her accused them of only wanting to know what her opinion was so that they can have an opinion, and then said, well, I'm not going to have a stance. I'm apolitical, which is different than I don't want to speak on this because I don't know that I'm comfortable enough to speak on it. Those are different sentences. Those are different. It doesn't matter how much you try and pretend like those are the same sentence. They're different.
Denims then tweets out this picture of an edited meme with the caption, breaking, messages between Emiru and Asmongold have been leaked. And it's a meme of Emiru, quote unquote, saying, what's going on with ICE executing American citizens? And Asmongold replies, don't worry, kitten. And Emiru says, okay, yeah.
It's not real, dude. Oh, okay. That's a silly joke. That was silly.
Yay. And Shadowstone replies, just came here because I saw someone call you the TMU version of Emiru, and I laughed. Hotep says, the OnlyFans money must not be doing good if you're sparking this hard. Earth Sucky replies to Denims by saying, says ICE is evil for splitting families apart, calls the CPS on a family to split them up because they're Jewish, says the kids are too young to remember the trauma anyways. And Asmongold responds to this.
Damn, kind of valid. Kind of valid.
This clip in the caption, Asmon responds to Denim's recent tweet about him and Emiru.
Denim's post, what's this thing? Denim's post alleged Emiru Asmongold DMs amidst ICE feud? Oh, God. You know what I find is really funny about this?
I'm ready for it. This is one thing that's so funny to me, though, is that Asmongold does this thing where he pretends he hasn't seen what he's about to look at. He's got like this fake authenticity thing. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't see this yet, but he knows exactly. He'll either favorite it, like it, or he knows what to look up in the search to find what he's like. He knows he wants to respond to. So it's always so weird when he like, quote unquote, comes across a video. It's just so fucking annoying. It's so childish.
You know what I could do? I could post Denim's real DMs in Destiny's chat.
Whoa, do it, dude.
Asking to have sex with Destiny.
Whoa, we already knew that, so what does that really matter?
You're sitting in here writing fan fiction. Don't make me tell the truth.
Do we not already know this? I'm so confused.
Don't do that. Don't you put me in a position where I gotta tell the truth.
It's like the weirdest thing ever. It's like, what the fuck? Okay.
What a stupid bitch.
Damn, got her.
Oh my god.
It's like these people go back and forth with just looking so incredibly fucking stupid. I mean, what a beautiful thing. I guess they just prove that they're just the dumbest fucking people can be on both sides of the political spectrum, huh? It's incredible. Holy fuck.
She's sitting in Destiny's chat begging for him to fuck, and then she's sitting around here photoshopping DMs to farm hate on somebody.
Well, I think there was a joke, but yeah, sure. Why not?
There's one word for that.
Whoa, what is that? Is
Hoes mad.
Hoes mad. That's 2 words, but I know that you were trying to be silly because you think you're funny.
Sad, really. It's just sad. When Denims calls me a Destiny Orbiter, just remember, it really sucks that we didn't Wait, are you actually serious? No, on good terms with who? Atlas. I wanted to fuck Atlas and you. So
That's
this
crazy,
is the person
dude.
who's making up fake DMs.
That's crazy, dude. That's so crazy.
You know what I've always said?
I like that we get a nice pause for us so we can put on our Pikachu face. Like, oh my god. Denims is a fucking loser? Who knew? Yeah, we've already known about all of this. What are we doing here?
Every accusation is a confession.
Wow, I guess.
Oh, I remember this. I do. Wow. Off camera? Yeah, this is really embarrassing for me. Projecting? Yep, projecting like crazy. Projecting insanity. Destiny had to... Wait, what's this here? Destiny had to kick her out of his house?
Damn.
What the fuck?
What? We didn't know that. We didn't even know that.
Head and the guy.
Imagine Blizzard was like, "Hey, we don't want this guy saying hateful shit with our music. We're gonna have to DMCA strike his shit." What if they did that?
And I realized that Denims and the guy had just spent the last 2 days in my fucking apartment with my computer on, like, all my stuff. I'm like,
I've
what
never heard this before.
This was incredibly weird to me. I don't know why she thought I would have been okay with that. It was so dramatic. I sat them both down. I was like, listen, okay, this is all too much, too dramatic, too weird. Like, I don't want anything to do with either of you guys. This is like crazy shit. This has gotten like way too wacky. They both acknowledged that they had both been like unhinged and crazy, and they understood and blah blah blah. And then after that, like, we like all kind of went our separate ways. Now, I did record that conversation because the big fear I had, and this happened 2 days later, Denims goes online with her new guy friend, and she's like, Steven kicked me out because I wouldn't fuck him.
And that's pretty much what she's claiming now. So when Destiny offered me the recording,
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my
Destiny
god. Destiny
kicked me out because I wouldn't fuck him.
That's crazy. I never saw this
This
before.
is you know what this is like?
No.
I thought this
What
was
is it like?
bro, this is so fucking pathetic.
All right.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So she
I can believe it.
got turned down. Wow. I really want to lie of it. This is amazing. Like, Jesus. What is wrong with these people?
Popsy and Maddie replies with this picture of Destiny on the beach in the caption. Denims is a tried and true whore if she was begging for this man's dick.
Damn!
Throwaway then tweets out this clip with the caption. Connor eats pants addresses the Emiru ice controversy.
Can you address the Emiru drama? I saw people were mad at her on Twitter. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, you may not like my take, but
care.
I think that like what she says is somewhat reasonable. At the same time, I get that she's been associated with like Asmon and people, so I get why people are upset, and it's a bad look in like one tweet, but people like really fucking jump at somebody. It's like people get more mad about Emiru not commenting on like ice than they do like actually like ice, it seems sometimes. Probably because like she's a woman. I get it.
Ooh, I mean, I don't know if it's because she's a woman. Little woke there, buddy. I don't know if it's she's a woman. Maybe it's because she's like a more vulnerable. She's a very vulnerably presenting woman. That's her agenda, is being vulnerable, guys.
I hate girls too. I get it.
Ooh.
It is what it is, man. We've all been there.
Not me, dude. I love girls.
It's so easy to say it's bad. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I think that, she could probably handle that a little bit better, but also I think it's reasonable for her.
All right, relax, Connor. You're being weird right now for some reason. You're being weird.
To, say what she said.
What the fuck is this guy playing anyway?
Text of her own chat. I don't think, you can be clipped and it sounds bad a lot of the time.
And Icky Bob replies, rare Connor W as of late. Logical take.
Whoa, we love pants. Boy, no, we don't like pants because he eats them, so we hate them.
Joe says, this is partly correct. If she didn't associate with Asmon, no one would have cared if she didn't talk about ICE.
Might be true. There might be a level of truth to that.
Emiru then made a tweet on her page responding to the whole situation,
shit.
and she starts off by saying, "Hello, it's very
Hi.
rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there."
That's just so funny. I'll rarely speak my mind. It's just like a crazy way to start that.
So apologies if this is long. There is a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who is hurt or shocked by it. When the clip starts, I was responding to a mod asking a question that included the word ICE. I'm not someone who normally comments on or gives my opinions on serious real-world topics, so it didn't really click to me that they were referring to the agency. You can see in the clip when I say thoughts on ICE, there's an instant cut afterwards that makes it seem like I'm responding directly to that question, which I'm not. To clarify, since this has gotten a lot of people speculating about my real thoughts, it should go without saying no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any
So true, Queen.
other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things. And an agency like causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political. It's basic human empathy. I never made comments on stream about ICE in the first place. That was a dishonest and intentionally maliciously clipped post. It's a very common thing that clip accounts do to streamers, and it's becoming more and more common. But it should go without saying, no one should have to live in fear or suffer because of who they are or where they're from. This is something that's always been important to me. I just tend to try to focus my creative stuff around games and cosplay, rather than take up room in an environment already polluted by misinformation and hatred. Additionally, I thought I might as well bring this up now. It's a very traumatic and personal topic, so that's why I avoided talking about it. I will never be friends with anybody who abuses anyone, assaults people, or consumes content that enables the abuse of children. I've always been a creator who is friends or on good terms with basically everybody. Streamers in Texas, in LA, and all different bubbles, and this has unfortunately included some bad actors. A lot of people have questioned how these bad actors found their way into my circle, but it is certainly not because I am okay with vile behavior. Not abuse, not SA, nor pedophilia. These guys did their best to hide their behavior not only from me, but from everyone around us as long as they possibly could. As the serious allegations or evidence came out, I always immediately dropped them and vowed to never make content with them again. Basically, everyone in Austin
I already gave commentary on this, so I don't know really know what to say.
did the same. These incidents, multiple of them of course, were something the streamer community here talked about extensively and affected all of us a lot. I thought actions over words. Never interacting with those people again and preventing them from being involved in streamer community activities, a lot of which in Austin are hosted by me, would send a clear message that this type of shit isn't welcomed. I suppose maybe that did not make how I felt clear. Well, hopefully this makes it more clear. Anyone who abuses people or children is not my friend and never will be again. Always has been that way and always will continue to be that way. I know this won't stop people from taking issue with the way I do things. I don't expect it to. I'm saying this because I know my community and friends are fatigued. That's pretty much it. Thank you for taking the time to read this. I will continue doing what I usually do. I just wanted to finally say something because the speculation and lies were getting out of control. It'll likely continue, but I hope putting my stance out there will help those who already feel unsupported and unsafe, like there's one less person trying to send hatred their way. And Shuonhead replies, I know it's stressful in the moment being dogpiled by thousands of people, but you did nothing wrong. You don't need to speak about things you aren't comfortable speaking about, and you do not, in fact, have to say the line. Just say fuck ICE, who cares if you don't know what you're talking about, is insane. This is mass psychosis rivaling 2020. These people are crybullies trying to socially ostracize you for not putting a black square on your Instagram or whatever the fuck the current thing is.
Well, I think this is... I think ICE killing people might be a little bit different from putting a performative black square, but okay.
Drama happens all the time, and they would have moved on in a few days. It's not worth capitulating. Kangman Lee replies Emiru by saying, apologizing when you did nothing wrong was a mistake. Look at the replies to your post. The outrage mob will not be satisfied with your apology and will continue to devour you as they make you bend the knee over and over again. Also, if you say you hate the abuse of children, you should support ICE. ICE arrests tens of thousands of child traffickers and child sex offenders every year.
Yeah, well, they could do that without, check this out, they could do that without predatorizing people. They can do it without killing American citizens, violating due process, etc. They did under Obama. ICE was pretty good under Obama. They were able to get rid of bad people without terrorizing people on the streets. Like, every time you guys say something like this, you look so fucking dumb. Because what you're saying is like, hey guys, I don't really know how to understand anything more complicated than I don't know, whatever my fucking bowl of fucking, or my bowl of chicken noodle soup says, my alphabet soup. I can't understand anything outside of that. But like, yeah, ICE isn't fundamentally and inherently bad. What they do is not bad. It's what they're doing now. That's what is the issue. Right? Like, that's the fucking problem. It's like you guys are intentionally obtuse. Nobody would have a fucking problem if Trump wasn't using it as a fucking hammer arm to distract from the fact that he refuses to release the fucking client list of the Epstein files. As he positions himself to give fucking Ghislaine Maxwell like a fucking pardon for promising to say that he wasn't a bad boy. He wasn't actually him, even though he's best friends with the fucking guy. I mean, the only reason they're in fucking Minnesota is because some kid with a fucking stutter went there and did like a horrible fucking dog shit hit piece on Minnesota. We knew there was fraud. This kid went there investigating fraud, found none, by the way. We already knew what was going on there. They were already handling it. And instead of Trump saying like, hey, you know what? Let's send more auditors and shit there. Hey, instead of that, to deal with the fraud, no, let's not do that. What are we going to do? Oh, we're going to put a bunch of fucking unqualified morons that want a $50,000 sign-on bonus that they're never going to get. We're going to put them on the street so that they can kill fucking American people. Like, holy fuck.
Nima replies to Emiru by saying, I don't give my thoughts on serious world topics, you fucking bozo. Life isn't all fun in video games and anime, like, life is serious a lot of the time, and it's okay to take shit serious for once in your life, and everything affects you at the end of the day, or it will eventually. And Sid replies, like, you can't live in the ooh-woo e-girl bubble if we get fucking nuked, and LA would be a top 5 city to get hit first. XOXO Joship girl replies to Emiru by saying, I feel like this relatively clearly states you no longer fuck with Texone or Lakari. Are you able to clarify if your anti-ice sentiment extends that to Asmongold, considering he is extremely vocally pro-ice? And Money Guy replies, she doesn't need to clarify shit. See, Emiru, this is what you never apologize to the mob.
Ooh.
And Joship replies,
I think I had like 10 likes or views. So, he had 100K. Never mind. I looked at the wrong one.
so why does a simple question make you people so mad? Cody replies to Emiru by saying, you're friends with people who actively promote the opposite of basic human empathy regularly for profit. So forgive if it rings hollow. And Gosu Prime replies, so you are following people that said 9/11 was deserved, where 3,000 men and women and children were killed. Where's the
We're
empathy
still doing the 9/11 one, dude? Come on.
from you? Showing that he is following Denims and Hassan. And Cody replies, 9/11 was a result of imperial blowback, which is also what I did to your mom last night.
Whoa!
And Lyric replies,
that's what they say. They say 9/11 was an inside your mom job, you know?
so murdering thousands of innocents is justified when it's done by a third world country in retaliation?
Well, no. I mean, the intelligent conversation is that like the way that we've interacted with the rest of the world, especially the Middle East, has kind of put the target on our back, unfortunately. And that's why 9/11 happened. At the same time, I don't think that the people who died deserved to die. But Hassan wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to be, this is what it is. He was trying to be like intentionally provocative. This is kind of like the tactic from these like debate bro streamers, even though if he's one of the bad, he's not a very good debater.
But when a Western country retaliates, it's genocide. Yoshin replies to Emiru by saying, while it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your association with Asmin are, who has been very clear about how he feels about the current political climate and has made hypocritical statements regarding discussing politics on stream. The general public is not obligated to have any sort of statement from you, but there is a level of responsibility you have as a public figure, and people want clarity when it comes to who they support. This statement comes off more as damage control rather than a sincerely thought out post, especially considering your initial reaction on stream. This post still continues to protect the people who you are associated with while appearing to please the masses who got upset with your original stance. Again, you have zero obligation to people please the public, but this apology just seems very half-assed. I hope you decide to educate yourself further on what's happening in this country, especially since you appear to have the privilege of not experiencing any of it yourself on a personal level. And My Form Empties replies, she is not responsible for what others say. Just because her friend says something, that doesn't mean she agrees with it.
I guess we're not really just saying something, but it's pretty heinous shit, but okay.
She probably values her friendships over internet criticism.
I don't think I could value my friendship with somebody that's as much of a piece of shit as fucking Asmongold. Holy fuck. Oh, dude, this is what happens when you got the both sides crowd over here, dude.
And Yoshin says she may not be responsible for what others say, but she is responsible for who she decides to keep in her life after making baseless comments that harm others. And Just Some Dutch Guy replies, and you get to decide for her who she's allowed in her life? Who the fuck do you think you are? Quill Stroke says,
dude, you guys gotta stop debating on Twitter. Like, I honestly, just stop it. Please stop posting. Like, just stop. This is what you guys need to do. Stop posting on Twitter. I know I post clips on Twitter, but I don't read Twitter. I don't respond on Twitter. I don't talk to people on Twitter. And if I do, it's very, very limited, and I get off. But you guys are like, I gotta respond to something. And you guys go fucking crazy. The fucking pennies that you can get from posting on Twitter has made you guys decide that you want to have an opinion on everything and argue and fucking bitch and moan and like fucking debate each other and just be such losers. Like, think about this. If you're on Twitter and you're posting on there consistently, is your life better? Is your life better with all the way that you're interacting like a fucking freak? Is your life better? Do you remember 5 years ago or 2 years ago before you were doing this? Did you remember maybe having better, closer relationships and friendships? A lot of you guys complain that hey, men struggle to get relationships. True, and then you do stuff that makes you struggle to have a relationship. What the fuck are you doing all day? You're sitting on Twitter. It's like you guys are addicted to outrage and then also addicted to being told that you're a victim. You can do stuff to make your life a little better. Are you you're going on Twitter all day and that's your social interaction? What if you didn't? Like, go find a fucking D&D group or something. Go to the library and take I am not kidding. Go to the library and take library classes. The library is a great resource. Go just sit in the library and read. I don't know. Go take a Zumba class. Go, go buy 5x5 strong lifts and go work out. Right? Go do something that could open up the possibility for you to make and socialize with people, or make friends and socialize with people that are not on Twitter all day. I have not played D&D before, no, with my wife. My wife and I are interested in it. But go fucking do something, dude. You guys are addicted. Instead, you're on Twitter all day. Oh my God, I am a victim. Fucking Andrew Tate, the prolific sex trafficking rapist, said so. And you're just fucking eating that. What? It's like you're addicted to being told that you're a fucking victim instead of like actually doing something about it. Go outside. Easier said than done, but Jesus Christ.
Demanding to control who someone associates with is a mark of an abusive person. Congratulations, you're an abuser.
Wow, that's just fucking crazy, brother.
Tron quote tweets Emmy by saying, she was so disgusted by Ice, Tectone, and Lakari that she had to wait to get in controversy for not speaking out to speak out. She clarified she thought people were asking her about ice cubes. Okay, girl, sure. And Alita replies, hi, Casey. What do you think would have been a better response here? Genuinely curious about what you believe she should have done or said differently after being called out.
Personally, she should have just reacted to whatever somebody else said, but very poorly, and then said it's a market replacement.
And Casey replies, there is nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. She wouldn't have even addressed it at all had it not got the traction that it did.
Oh, no.
PR and Z.
Well, I bet this is. I bet we've all won. Emiru has given us her opinion on ice. We have all won. Everybody's happier. The world is now better because Emiru specifically gave her opinion in the most productive way possible. We're all winning now because we got this take from Emiru. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Well, like a hot take. We never needed her take on ice. We just didn't need it. I'm letting you know that. It just didn't need to happen. We didn't lose anything. We didn't gain anything. We're just here. This is where we are.
The Bits replies, you're one to talk about being a soulless ghoul, that's for sure. Goldilocks quote tweets Emmy with the chat logs from the mod that Emmy referenced in the caption. Does she think the internet is stupid and can't watch her mod's logs? And it's Ali Kitty saying, so what are your thoughts on Ice Hassanets at Emiru? And then a laughing emoji. And then she says, it's so dumb. And then, like, what does a streamer saying fuck Ice validate? And then it makes no sense. Ozzy then quote tweets Emmy's post with this clip in the caption, this is what happens when you don't say his name. They'll use as a way to deny it.
Whoa, crazy. That's what she should have said. She should have said she was on her period.
Grow a spine and say his name at Emiru, attaching this clip of Tectone.
I don't even think Emmy was talking about me. I believe she was just talking about Lakari and Miz. I don't know why people were saying she's talking about me. I don't know where people got that shit from. I mean, if it was, I'm unaware. I have no idea. I didn't see my name on that post. So I don't even think she's even talking about me. But that's just me. She alluded to you? I didn't get that read at all. Hey, when I read that, I thought she was just talking about Lakari and Miz. And that's all I'll say. I mean, my name's not on that. I don't know what we're talking about. But yeah.
And Molcom replies,
bro, I sometimes, like, I'm jealous of Tectone. Like, truly speaking, I'm not even fucking lying. This guy was outed as being a sexual threat and a stalking threat to his fucking ex-partner. So he lost access to his guns, and he's still online. He's still online, dude. This guy has levels of not self-awareness or lack of levels of self-awareness that are truly fucking impressive. I mean, holy fuck. You know, like if I say the wrong word in front of my wife, I feel like an idiot. But this guy's just raping. Well, he said he's a vibe rapist, so he won't say raping, but this guy's just being a fucking disgusting freak. And he's still here. He's like, I don't think when Emiru said she doesn't like rapists, I don't think that she was talking about me, who was convicted of being a rapist in civil court. That's probably not me. Wow. You think so? You really think that? That's so beautiful. That's incredible. How do I get your fucking mentality? Like that, without the rape part, of course. But how do I get like that fucking, like, that's insane. People like this make me, like, they make me realize that, like, you know what? I can do stuff and embarrass myself a little bit, and it'll be okay. Like, it'll be okay. Like, I won't be, like, it's okay. I can embarrass myself a little bit, and I will be able to recover. It's a beautiful thing.
No, she meant Hassan. Tectone did nothing wrong. And Ozzy says, Hassan lives in Austin? Was Hassan found liable for SA and stalking? And Milken replies, he's been found for that before. And Ozzy
I
replied,
don't think that's true, but okay.
you're forcing me to defend Hassan. Please find me a court document where he was found liable. Here's Tectone's, circling the findings and orders documents that we've covered before in this channel, and circling the SA and stalking parts, which was found on reasonable grounds to believe the respondent committed one or more of the following offenses against the applicant from Tectone's court case. And Mike from PA quotes it by saying, as much as I want to disagree with Tectone, Emiru did not, in fact, name him in her Twitter post clearing things up. So according to him, she supports him even though he was found liable in court as a sexual assaulter and stalker. Is he wrong? Does Emiru disavow Tectone? She also never named Lakari. And I'm Kintro replies, it's implied that she was talking about them. She should have named them 100%, but it probably doesn't want to catch a case. Then Pitiful Ad posts Emiru's statement on the livestream fail subreddit, and Slidey Raccoon replies, well, that's a mistake. You can already see in the comments and Twitter replies that people don't care. The winning move is always to not play the game. And Matter of Doge replies, yup, you can tell these people exactly what they want to hear, and it will not matter because it's a game to them. And the goal of the game is to lecture you and control you and satisfy their own self-righteousness until you go into complete submission and beg them for forgiveness.
Whoa, submit to me, daddy.
Which they won't give to you either way. Their lifestyle is
How'd you guys like that commentary?
outrage on the internet, and you're the target until they're bored. And QLG Flory says, bully tactics in short. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko, Sal Salvador, Bandito, Captain Crash Out, Papa Guts, and Dear Boy. I think
Papa Gut, dude. Hey, listen, dude. It's worth the $25 a month for the beautiful, amazing content. Thank you so much, New Bow Blacks. We love it.
you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you on the next episode.
All right, incredible stuff, man. Get a haircut. You look like a fucking Jeffrey Dahmer or something. But God bless.